Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Tipped and Sip Podcast, episode 50. We did it!
Hand me my drink, please.
You're welcome. Here you go.
What are we drinking?
Here you're drinking. We're drinking tequila. Cheers. Salute. Salute. Very nice. Ethan, welcome back. You are our first guest. You're our first guest. So we felt it was appropriate to have you back on.
Yeah.
I'm almost a reoccurring character at this point.
You will be.
Yeah.
It's no longer a crossover episode.
Let's can we get the old picture up on the board?
Let's start off here.
Look at this. Look at that. Go to where it goes. Yeah, hold it up to the top. Yeah, or full screen it. There we go. Yeah.
That was New Year's Eve of 2020.
Wow.
We're wearing our hats. We were pretty lit that night. You
guys look so young.
Look at that.
I literally look 20 years older.
Oh my god. So this was episode 2. But this was right around the same time as this. I think it was New Year's that we recorded this.
It was New Year's. Look at the hats.
Right. Well, thank you. I'm trying to use inductive reasoning. But yeah.
Yeah, we came a long way. It was really late that night. We recorded in this bedroom of your ex-girlfriend's house. And we were in like a bedroom with like a nice view out the window. Some geese would fly. Remember that we would be sitting there and geese would suddenly just...
Like they would pick up in the microphones.
And we'd be like, should we restart? Should we restart? Was that bad?
They were bad.
When did you guys stop restarting?
We did like 5 practice episodes.
No, we only did like 3.
We did 3 or 4.
Something like that. I thought it was...
Wasn't good.
It was funny.
Yeah.
It was weird because we kept trying to find a place to record where there wasn't so much background noise and where we could sit across from each other.
Yeah.
Look at the little headphone splitter. This is hilarious to look at.
And what is that? What the Focusrite?
Yes.
The little baby Focusrite.
This is humble beginnings. This is humble beginnings for sure. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Here, you can make it go away now. That was good. It's just going that little memory lane. That's it. So
yeah.
Damn, it feels good to be here. It feels good to be at episode 50. We've had so much help from not only Kenosha, but like Terry, Jeff, and Case. Case has been a huge help with the whole thing. Look at it.
Case is at the moment stepping in for Bryce because Bryce is out sick with COVID. Fucking pussy, he got COVID on us. Yeah. Just kidding. It just so happens he gets COVID for our 50th. It's pretty inconsiderate. Yeah.
What a dick.
We got lucky because he got exposed to somebody after we saw him for the last podcast.
Yeah.
So it was... But still, like, out of all the episodes, like, we love him. It's not his fault.
No.
I miss him. I miss him so much.
You were saying it's like a comfort thing to have a producer there.
It is.
For sure.
At this point, yes.
And
abso-fucking-lutely.
As much as Case is a huge technical help, it's also good to have a person sitting right there. Because we didn't start like that, obviously. It was just us two.
Well, you guys also didn't have video.
No.
Which, again, crazy to see, like, that picture... on that little rinky-dink camping desk, recording into the abyss, and then we met the Kenosha people. We're in the theater doing this. We got the studio set up. We met Bryce. We met pretty much That's a Beauty with Bryce, Eric, and Cade, and then they started doing our post-production. I mean, this is... We were very lucky, and we appreciate everyone who's helped us on this journey. And it feels good, and it feels good going into the second year because, you got to think, like, when you first start something, it kind of feels like you have to put in a year to at least be like, I do the thing.
Right.
So now that...
You want to sit closer.
You can't work out for a week and say, I work out.
Right. So now that we're here, now that that's the case, it feels like year 2 is going to be kind of a big deal.
Yeah.
And even, like, we'll announce it. We have a few announcements, but some of them are going to wait until after season 2 begins, at least when the first episode begins. But the first big announcement that we have is that we are doing shirts. We are doing season 1 2021 shirts that were only going to be a limited time. So it's going to be one of those things like if you want one, get in on it now. They'll be $20. our friend Eric we're just taking, it's going to be the logo on a black shirt, and then it's going to be like in white, the season 1, 2021. And then after that, we're just going to keep selling them. So we're going to have probably like a Redbubble or something. And then we are selling, we have a few other things. I don't want to announce them.
Yeah, let's just start with the shirts. But we'll show, we have some more merch that we're going to be putting out soon. We have more in the new year.
We have fun stuff.
Yeah.
That is going to be happening starting season 2. So pretty much this episode, we're just like announcing that it's the end of season 1. This is, all the crazy shit that has kind of happened. And now that we're going to do the shirts, but then when season 2, we have like 3 pretty big announcements, finally. One of them, we've talked about, we've stopped talking about it because we kept pushing back our deadline, but for good reason.
But now we're there. Now we're a little bit.
And I don't even want to hint at it, but there's 3
You're hinting at it right now.
No. There's 3 big announcements that we have that I think people are going to get really excited about. And also, I know that people who don't listen to this podcast or even follow the podcast are going to be excited about. So that's really cool. And it's I think 2022 is going to be a good year. I'm just going to say that. I think 2022 is going to be a good year.
Do I know? Do I know all of that?
Know all of them.
Okay.
All of them. Okay. One of them pertaining to the other half of what we do.
Yeah.
That's the biggest hint.
Okay.
We talked with last week.
That was a hint.
Any sleuths out there in the audience want to dig back to the old archives. Do you think at some point we'll like archive our like old shit? These first 50?
I can't even say it, but what I'd like to do is no, because I would like to rename the podcast at some point pertaining to other things,
right?
Because what I want to call it, because it works out better than this.
Yeah.
And it would just be and then cast. It would just taking the first, and that would be really cool. And there would be some more revolving characters coming on that are involved with that side of things. Yeah. And then I think we would archive all of Tipped and Stiff on a Patreon.
Yeah.
That's what I'd like to do.
I really like the name though.
Tipped and Stiff is cool, but it's I think the name was cool. I think it means a lot, but I think maybe as things go on, it's going to be it might stick around and just
we'll see what this next year has. Maybe like there's a point where you can't change the name without completely rebranding everything.
That's where I feel like
I am. Well, we talked to you about this with music. You should lose the young.
I hate it.
Why can't you? You can get rid of it.
Yeah, I could, and I should do it before I start to get bigger. But the thing is like it's so. You know how many Davies there are?
Is it DAVI though?
Yeah.
Is there a lot?
Yeah. If you go on, if you go on Spotify, mainly is kind of what I push. If you go on Spotify and just look up Davy, like, there's a lot of people. So the Yxng, I only left it because it's so specific. But it's so like childish and
it's a time.
But
I feel like a lot of artists have to go through a moment where they do change their name. Like Kendrick Lamar used to be K.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or Kung Fu Kenny.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it makes sense for...
Didn't he always go by Kendrick Lamar? Or were what's that one like mixtape app? I can't remember what it's called. Devin would probably know. But it just has the biggest archive of old mixtapes of rappers.
Never heard of that. I want to know.
Yeah. I'll find out. But I think he went as Kendrick Lamar on that app even. But he could have gone as K. It's that time though.
Lil Uzi Vert used to be something else as well. He used to be something like Uzi Vertical. He used to be like the whole word.
Yeah.
A lot of them. 21 Savage had different names. They all had different names. Future used to be a whole nother thing too.
Future I didn't know any of that.
Future had a weird. His first name was really weird, and then they're like, and then he changed the Future, and they're like, good, like that was a good idea.
Yeah.
Logic used to be really weird as well. Well, like if 8 Mile is correct, Eminem's old stage name used to be Rabbit.
Yeah.
Like
quite the change.
Well, Eminem makes sense because Marshall Mathers, Eminem. It makes, and the weirdest thing is that he has his like the Slim Shady LP, like it's Eminem as Marshall Mathers as Slim Shady, which is really weird to think about it because there's no Eminem LP.
Right.
Like that's weird. That kind of thing. How like he has characters. It's like a mask on a mask. But yeah, season 1 is over, and it feels good to be here. It's exciting to have you here again, obviously.
Thank you.
And you're not just an artist on this thing. You're like just a friend of the show.
I appreciate
our real
that.
Life friend.
Yeah. I like the idea of that.
Right.
You guys. I feel like you guys know me too well to interview me. It's pointless.
It's pointless, and also like it's like there's 2 episodes now, and also why would we want it? This show doesn't do good as an interview.
Right.
Every episode we have where we really have to interview a guest, it's bad.
I don't like a lot of your guest episodes, I'll be honest, because it's not you guys talking. I like hearing you guys. Not that it's the guest's fault or anything, but like
sometimes it is.
I like to hear you guys talk about whatever. So I like being able to. I like being more of a side character that can chime in on things.
Right.
I like having that. Well, I also like having that because you supported us doing this, I feel like, from the jump. Like, we told you about it, and you were never like, that's a dumb idea. You're never like, that's not cool. Which is why you were probably our first guest, and also just why you're our current,
Well, no one tried to do it.
Right.
There's only one. There's maybe 1 or 2 other podcasts in town, and they're real local. They're just purely local.
Well,
Kenosha Connects and
just the name.
Like who?
It's not to shit on them. I've never listened to them. Maybe it's a good podcast, but like you put Kenosha in your name.
Right.
Now Kenosha's only known for one thing.
Right.
So it kind of.
Dude, we had a bunch of people unfollow us on the Instagram because I think a clip, and I was like looking at when they unfollowed. It's when we posted the Rocky Rococo's clip. I think that one.
What did you say in that one?
You said something naughty on that clip, which is what you would have done if you didn't have Rocky Rococo.
I did not say that line in the clip.
Is it not in the clip?
It's in the episode for sure, but it's not in the clip where I said it.
No, don't say it again.
I said something bad about, but I don't think they've unfollowed for that reason.
I think
you must have said something.
It must have been me. Yeah. Well, I think it's interesting because we could see like what podcasts do well. Podcasts that directly insult people, like in the name, do worse. We have titles like, what was the Little American Pigs? Like that one automatically does worse because people read that and they're like, it's so negative. And then they read Raw Dog Christmas and they're like, I'm in. I'm fucking in.
Let's go.
Oh, fucking. So people who didn't listen to that episode, that was like one of the first episodes we talked about sex. And we're not going to do it again. And I didn't realize my grandma listens to the podcast, and I didn't know that.
And she started with Raw Dog Christmas.
No, she didn't start with it, but she got to Raw Dog Christmas, and at Christmas, she was like, "I was watching it this morning." I was like, "Really?"
Christmas morning, watching it.
You were watching it on Christmas Eve. She watched it the day it came out, and she was like,
the TV in the living room.
Dude, she thought it was
Alexa, put on Raw Dog Christmas.
She thought it was really funny. But she went, there's just some things I don't want to hear you talk about because that one went so in depth with like, it was dirty. But I just thought that was great. I came home. My mom picked me up because my tire popped, and she's like, I listened to your Christmas episode. I listened to part of your Christmas episode. My heart sank. Because I was like, because I never, like, part of me, like, doesn't want them to listen to it. If my grandma listens to it, that's fine. But my mom, I get worried about specifically a little bit. I get a little worried about my mom specifically listening to, because there's going to be a point where once I'm moved out long enough, I'm just going to start telling the stories of things that I can't get in trouble for anymore. Yeah. Which maybe that is the case now. But like, I want to hold them in my back pocket because some of them are actually crazy and stupid. And and like, hopefully for season 2, like just with the certain other aspects of us like going along, we'll get more stories from just kind of like living.
I feel like you guys shouldn't have any restrictions on the,
not necessarily. Absolutely. It's just like, is it really, also we're just not the best at like just like how to fit those stories in yet.
Right.
It worked with Christmas because we were about to go see our families. You know what I mean? Like that was the end. I feel like once we actually moved out on our own, like into a new city, I feel like we're going to have so many other stories and like encounters and experiences in whatever city with those people that it's like, that reminds me of that one crazy time with my dad or fucking whatever.
Right. The it's interesting because, it's kind of fun to look back at, I remember the first time when we did the first podcast, you remember I had a story for the first podcast. Do you remember what it was?
I don't remember what it was.
It was the post office bit. That was the first true bit.
Oh yeah,
of the podcast.
Yeah, we worked that out for like 3 practice episodes, didn't we?
And it still wasn't good.
It didn't fit. Yeah.
It was me complaining about the post office. And it's similar to today because we wanted balloons. And I called fucking Festival Foods and asked, do you have any balloons? And they go, yeah, we do balloons, but the people here who do it aren't here right now. It's like, what does that mean? It's a tank of fucking helium. You don't need a degree to operate a fucking helium tank. No.
You don't need a pay raise for that.
I mean, when I was there, I filled balloons. I worked there when I was like 17 or whatever. I worked there. I didn't even know we did it.
I should right. I should have told them that I'll do it. Like, I'll pay for the balloon. I'll do it.
Yeah.
They're like, well, we can't. I'd be like, I used to work there. I signed the paper. Just lie. Just lie.
Yeah.
But we tried to have a bit where you were like pissed at the post office, and this was right around the last election, and you were like, how can they not have this shit in order if they're handling our fucking election? You were trying to like get into your Alex Jonesiness, Yes,
because it was all about the mail-in ballot.
Yeah.
And they couldn't fucking deliver my package. I'm like, how the fuck are we supposed to do an entire election? My package was sent it back to my house 3 fucking times. Dude, the woman started accusing me of stealing from her. She thought I stole her money because she sent me the money to send like a guitar pedal.
And it would
never go to her house. It kept getting sent back to my house. And then I went back there and they're like, well, you're going to have to pay the shipping fee again. And I almost got put on a list that day. I was ready to jump the counter because like there truly is like from being in the waiting room in the office, the moment you jump over that counter, you're a potential terrorist. Like that's how that works. There is a invisible federal felony wall in front of that fucking wait desk. The moment you jump over that desk, the dogs are on you. They're taking your family's names. They're taking your guns. They're taking your car. You're going to jail. There's nothing you can do. And that's what it felt like. There's another time. Do you remember when we were at Winter Services? Mm-hmm. That's how we started. We would tell the stories about us doing the snow stuff.
And we were scared of telling certain stories because of our racist coworkers.
And we would go to we were setting up these things called mobile minis.
Yeah.
And these mobile minis are just like mobile storage units that the companies can rent, and they look like little shipment containers. And the company that I worked for would use them for was to do what would they do? They use them to store snow blowers and the salt and stuff, so they didn't have to take them out every time, that they were already on the site. Mm-hmm. And we had to do the Milwaukee like tram station, like where the passenger cars get into it. And we were driving around. It was me and this older 40-year-old dude, and it was really nice. I can't remember his name, but I think his name was Tony. His name was
you had Tony. I had some other dude.
Yeah, Tony. He was a really cool guy.
We like flipped a coin for who get what. We're like, which one are we gonna get? Because they were both like a lot of weirdos. But
they were both questionable. But Tony turned out to be like the family man. Like, I'm a manager now, and he was grinding.
My guy just told me to quit smoking as he was smoking 4 Marlboro Reds at once.
Damn. You don't want to get to where I'm getting to.
Lost my family over this.
And Tony, we were looking, we're like, how the fuck do we get in this place? Because they were like, we were looking for because you could see a giant shipment container on some site.
Mm-hmm.
You just drive
in the
around
parking lot or in the back of the building.
This building doesn't have a parking lot. It's just the buses drop people off there. Mm-hmm. And so we're driving around, and eventually I see it. And it's on the other side of the railroad tracks, and the other side of the railroad tracks is the river. So like there's no road going to it. I'm like, how the fuck did they get that back there? And so we drive and we turn, and eventually we're like, dude, going back in these like weird industrial spots or on the river, I feel like sketched out because we're in a Penske van, like pretty much like a U-Haul, moving van. And we look suspicious. It's 3 a.m. and we're, sneaking up on a train station
with a giant van.
And
2 people in like snow gear.
Yes.
In there.
And like we're going up to the mobile mini, and I turned to him like, Tony, the feds are gonna jump on us, man. He's like, man, I ain't going to fucking jail. Fuck these motherfuckers. It was so fun. He was like, they're gonna get the jump on us if we don't get out of here. It was so funny. Like we got out and we like did it really quickly, and like I stopped from him. I'm like, Tony, if I wanted to do something really nefarious, I really could. And Tony's like, don't let those thoughts get in your head for too long, kid. We got to get the fuck out of here. But it was like, if you really wanted to do something bad to the train station.
You get a job like that.
No, you would. You get
a job, and you get a job like that if you're going to do something like that.
There's no background check.
None.
There's no background check. We hire felons. We had a pedophile that was a manager. Like, he didn't give a fuck.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
You'll talk. Okay, we'll talk about that. We'll talk.
No, we did. We had no. We had a pedophile as a manager. You didn't meet him. He worked in a different city, but I met him because the two. It was Kenosha and Racine. He was at the Racine one. The Kenosha and Racine one were real buddy because they were technically under one ops manager, but the ops guy was based in Kenosha, and I can't remember his name, but he was a dick and felon. He never really told the truth. He always bullshitted.
To be fair, just because you're a felon doesn't mean.
But he was a pedophile.
Oh, he was also.
He was a pedophile felon.
I'm not defending that.
Yeah. Retracting my statement. Oh, he's a pedophile. Ethan. And we saw him. Like my another manager was like, dude, you're not gonna believe him. Like, what? He's like, fucking the pedo. Dude, he got in a fight with his coworker with his like people he manages. I'm like, really? He's like, yeah. He's like, he knocked him on the ground, and then he went to spit on him, and he spit in his mouth, and he just started throwing up, and I got it on camera, dude. He was so happy. He was like a kid on Christmas Day. This grown man. He's like, I got it on camera. He's throwing up and shit. It's disgusting.
It's fucking awesome.
But he really did. I saw the guy. He spit in his mouth. He caught it, and he's just like screaming on the camera. Oh God, that's so gross. He's just,
oh God damn.
But hey, he's a pedophile.
Was the dude was the guy that he spit in his mouth? Was he of age?
An adult?
Yes, he was an adult.
Was it intentional?
Because it might have been on purpose.
I mean, if you get good at spitting people's mouths long enough, you're gonna do it every time. You're never gonna miss your mark on that.
Dude, it was weird at that job because some people would just some of the women there were really flirty with guys, and you would find. Thanks for breaking the set.
I didn't do that.
It's the double stick tape. Case, you gave us bad tape.
No,
just
he didn't.
kidding. I'm kidding. Tape. Kidding. It's the TV.
What was I gonna say? So there's sometimes these women at this place that would just they would flirt with a lot of guys, and everyone knew that you could hook up with them.
Well, we should probably. There was a term.
We're not using the term.
Yes, we can. We can use the term.
One of them we called hillbilly hooker.
Yes, we did.
Because it was every time there was a call for us to go out, one of the managers would be like, hey, do you know who's in a van 25 out there? And we're like, no, everyone's in. And then we would wait 10 minutes, and all of a sudden you would just see her and another dude working that night walking back from the van. And it'd be after we're done, and they would just be he'd be like, someone's moving shit around in the van. They'd be going to town, and it was every other week that would happen. And it's people are gonna be like, are you slut shaming? We're like, no, we're telling people to have standards. All right, you don't need to fuck in the Penske.
Well, by the name, sounds like a standard.
Right.
It's just not everybody's. Right. It's not a big deal.
What the people people calling us out for that are thinking those words are offensive. Hillbilly, hooker. I'm not, classist. I am not sex negative.
It's a good name. It's like if she's like the, macho man of like sex.
Yeah.
Right. She's like the Undertaker of sex.
Wow.
Dude, like she comes out on stage, she's like, hillbilly hooker coming in and then she just, the van's shaking around. They're having a wrestling match. It's not a big deal.
What was her body count?
Between a little and a lot.
50%.
Between.
That's such a weird term.
Dude, and then it was weird because there was a lot more. Like there was more than just her. And like there was like problems because there'd be drama about it. Because it'd be like, dude, you fucked my girl. And then she'd be like, I'm not your girl. Oh my God.
He's like, so did they.
So, yeah. Be like,
hey, turn around, pal.
They'd be turned by like, who in here fucked my girl? And everyone would be like, raising their hands.
Everyone's like,
they raise their hands in the shop. It's not a big deal.
Well, the other thing is, if you're doing a job like that, it would be nice to work with.
You need a hillbilly hooker.
You need someone you can pass around.
It's not a big deal. If it's all consensual, it's not a big deal.
And it all seems to be consensual.
It was all consensual because she didn't stop.
Yeah, she would recruit them to like kind of like work there.
Yeah.
They would give her their paychecks.
She would take their paycheck. She would put her in they would fill out the employee form.
Yeah. And the routing number was
to get their direct deposit. She would put them down.
Yeah.
She put them down.
She's in her bag.
Oh,
that's good.
God, she's a hustler.
Can't knock a hustler
she's
there.
getting. She goes to work. She gets a double paycheck. She gets some dick. Not a big deal.
Sounds like it's not a bad gig.
She's got a good dick gig. Because these guys aren't coming back.
Always working for double pay. Like
we found out that one of like the people she brought in, it was this woman. She would come in, and we found out that she like ended up in like a domestic abuse case, and that she was a lesbian, and she like beat the shit out of her girlfriend, and then she tried burning down the house. And she just didn't come into work the next day. And my boss was like, dude, you're not going to believe this shit. Yeah. She bailed. I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, dude, she ran away to Arizona. They don't know where she is.
Oh, my God.
She like skipped town completely. I mean, she's a dirtbag. This is not hillbilly hooker. This is another person. But like, she beat the shit out of her partner. Not good. And then tried to burn the house down. So she was, that's the kind of people we're employing. And then like other people are doing like heroin. We would find like needles in the trucks. We'd find like whole vodka bottles and stuff like, it's not a big deal. Dude, listen. If you want, some people, you tell them, hey, you just got to pick up a shovel and you got to push the snow. And some people go, I push the snow. They go, I get it done. It doesn't matter how I get it done. Sometimes, people would come into the lot, they roll down the windows and smoke would be bellowing out like a chimney, like a smokestack on an oil plant. And they pull up to your side and be like, how you doing tonight, boys? And they'd be like, we're doing real well.
And you know those people are going to help you out because they got their R&R. Yeah. They have their shit that's keeping them going. That's the thing. That's the kind of job you got to have something that keeps it going throughout the time.
They're professionals. It's not a big deal.
People on Wall Street are doing the same thing, but they wear suits and they have like not scabs on their skin, and they're like,
and it's cocaine,
and it's cocaine, and it's like nice drinks, and breakfasts and shit.
Prostitutes. It's politicians do the same thing instead it's children. And selling stocks before a pandemic hit. It's not a big deal.
Hustlers. Nancy Pelosi is a hustler. Do you run into any weird shit when you worked at Amazon?
Did I learn anything weird?
Did you run into some weird shit with people? Because you're just, it's a lot of different people.
Well, Amazon made me hate old people. I still, I can't, it'll never be the same.
Why?
They're super, it's like, half the people at Amazon, you work a 5-hour shift or whatever, and half the people just sit in the stall for half the shift.
Yeah.
I was occasionally one of those people. And then you get the old people that they've been working factory jobs all their life, or they're just retired and they go into something, and they're like, all they know is work. So they do everything by the book and they do it how it's supposed to be done. And I'm like, you work at Amazon. Like, None of these people give a fuck about.
There's so much headroom of like you can dick around. Like there's so much many levels above you.
Yeah. No, it's a fucking
like your magic
house.
Packages that don't get delivered.
Yeah, I mean sometimes a package comes back to the station. Sometimes it gets to the house. Sometimes like I tell them that I delivered it, and I show that I did.
No, yeah, there's been times where like I was in there, I was unloading a truck and like a fucking box of weights came down and it hit me in the fucking balls and I got so mad I started stomping and fucking throwing packages and shit. Like I don't know.
Hit you in the balls?
Yes, dude. It was fucking bad.
Did it hurt?
Yes. I was furious. I was pissed.
Like I'm gonna I'm going to Seattle. I'm gonna grab that fucking prick Jeff Bezos. Get on my fucking bald head.
No, you know me. Sometimes there's those private moments in the van where I just like curse the entire nature of existence.
Yeah.
I'll close the door that blocks the camera to see the rest of the back, and I'll start kicking holes in boxes, trying to. It's hard to sometimes.
Dude, everyone needs to work a delivery job once.
Yeah.
People talk about they need to be like waiters and waitresses. Fuck that.
Well, that too, but like that's kind of a. I mean, that's a smaller and smaller gig as the years go by. Like these kind of jobs where like you're in a laborious position, like especially as like our generation is getting older and we have to work these kinds of jobs, and it's a lot of times men, like you need to know what that's like.
Oh, for sure.
These companies try to make it seem like it's this great opportunity, and it kind of is sometimes depending on what they pay you, but they're generally paying you peanuts, and they're generally like...
Amazon doesn't pay that bad. I mean,
it doesn't pay that bad. Depends what third-party company you're hired through, but like...
True. Some are 20.
Some are 20, yeah. Some places pay my job $3 more than I make right now.
That's fucked.
Yeah.
But, I mean... Wow, totally forgot what I was gonna say.
That's good. Did I ever tell you about when I worked at UPS? Dude, the fucking dude that would do coke in the van. Dude, the first time I met him, he was a goddamn legend. I love him.
That was on the podcast.
We did this in a really old episode.
I miss him so much. Man, I remember the first time I got in that van, he's like, hey, so he's like, what's your name again? He's like, my name is Cade and Jarod. He's like, cool. He's like, you speak Spanish? I was like, no. He's like, He said, well, you are Spanish. I'm like, yeah, technically. And I said, my dad's is darker than me. He's like, I get it. And he's like, he takes a moment. He's like, you smoke? I was like, it is what it is. I mean, it's like, at the time I was smoking cigarettes. I was like, I smoke cigarettes. He's like, no, you smoke. I was like, no. He's like, I was like, I don't have a problem with it though. He's like, really? He's like, great. And he takes out a dab pen. He just starts going. He's in the UPS truck. It's like, it's one thing that gets me going, one thing that gets me by through this. And I learned to love him because he was like, he had a rough life. He came from fucking a hard place. He was like, grew up in like Waukegan or Zion. He had like no money. And he was like, I had to join a gang because I was getting jumped all the time. And, I was just, trying to survive. He's like, this one time I got in a fight at Gurney Mills. Sure, those who don't know, Gurney Mills is like the mall to go to if you live in like this part of Kenosha. Mm-hmm. And he's like, yeah, I got in a fight in Gurney Mills. I tackled a guy right into like a glass window, and I ran. And he's like, he's like, we jumped him the week before because he jumped my cousin, and so when we jumped him, we put him in the hospital. I broke his leg. Me and my friend, we broke his leg, and I saw him again at Gurney Mills, and I said, fuck it, I'm not done. He put him through a glass window, and they ran, and they never got caught for it. But he was like, he was in a real rough spot in Chicago. He was like, he became a cokehead. He went to jail, all this shit. And he's like, I'm trying to finally get my life together. I'm away from all that. I got a girl. I got a kid. I got to like keep myself in line. I thought he was, he smoked weed. I didn't, some people got to smoke weed. It's not a big deal. And like we're in the van. I remember one day this guy in like Arizona got shot. This UPS guy got taken hostage and he got shot. And I remember that because the police killed him because it was crazy that he got killed in the line of fire. And the next day we went into this like eye doctor, and this dude came up to us, and he's like, "I'm so sorry for your loss. thank you for your service. And I was so confused. And he was just like, he was really like taking it in. He was like, thank you, man. I really appreciate, it's a shame what they did. I'm like, wait, are you guys talking? I was like, wait, are you guys talking about the UPS guy who died? And he's like, yeah, one of the boys in brown. And then we get to the truck. We go like a few stops. He's got a backpack in the back. And he's like, Cade, he's like, you got to understand. He's like, I ain't going out like that. Anyone tries to steal our shit, you just run. And he like takes out he goes into his backpack. He pulls out a whole, not a pistol. He pulls out like a 9mm rifle with a foldable stock. And he goes, if they come here, you run. I'll take care of it.
I love him. I would feel so good with him.
He's just riding around in the van with that?
Yeah, dude, he was ready to go. It was loaded. He was like, and he's like, you want to hold it? I was like, fuck yeah, I want to hold it. Dude, I was just like, dude, this is nice.
Meanwhile, you're delivering people's like fucking like iPhone chargers and like fucking cases.
He's just driving around and you're like playing around with the gun.
Yeah. The door's wide open. You're just aiming out the door. Like, yeah, you can really get some range on this thing.
Get some range. Dude.
Oh, that's fucking
we have that. We have something similar. Like the danger at Amazon is more there's people stealing from the vans, or like they call them porch pirates. That's too close. That's
pretty
too
borderline
close to something else.
That's pretty borderline.
When my boss was saying it, he was like, if we have any porch, I was like, I stopped. I was on my phone. I was like, porch pirates, and so sometimes people follow me.
Really?
There's been 2 instances where there was somebody in like just like a regular sedan just following me for like an hour.
What are they gonna do? They're gonna steal like.
What they do is like when I'll put it on the doorstep or something, or in a mailbox, and when I'm down the block, they'll walk up and take it from the step.
Right. They're looking for the right size packages. They're looking for something that might be a phone or a laptop or a not a TV, but do you do TVs?
There probably are. I can't tell what's in the box most of the time.
You imagine trying to steal a TV from a porch with seeing that fucking in the goddamn what is the ring in the ring? You're like, pick it up on your side. It's tilting. It's tilting. You gotta turn it.
Oh, Nate's calling me. Want to answer?
Yeah, answer. Put it in the microphone.
Hello.
You gotta tell me.
Hello.
Hey, what's up? Yeah, we're on the podcast. You're on the podcast. What's up?
Oh yeah, what's good? Should I say something incredibly offensive or offensive?
No, don't.
No, what'd you call? What's up?
Oh, I was just now I feel weird because like y'all doing something, but like I was asking to hang out. So like
we got
good.
Dude, we got
Jesus
like 23.
Christ,
I did not mean to do that.
We got like 23 minutes left.
Yeah, call us in like a half hour.
Oh, maybe.
Trying to go to Ron's?
No. Don't be like, I gotta see clean. I gotta see clean.
Don't treat us like we're on a fucking we're on a list of people you gotta call. Don't treat us like Call us in a half hour.
Yeah, I'll think about it for real. I'll let you know.
All right. Well, if you're thinking about it, I'm not gonna pick up when you call. So give me a yes or a no.
The ultimatum.
Give us a yes. Don't be a hoe.
Nah.
Oh.
All right. See you later, buddy. Say goodbye to your friends forever.
What's wrong with you?
Say goodbye to the fans.
He's in the shot.
Bye.
We gotta get Nate on at some point.
You have to get Nate on.
We gotta get Nate
to.
and Henry on. Those are the two people that had
at the same time. It would just be Henry bashing Nate.
Do you remember? Well, the first time Nate and Henry met was at Ron's.
Oh, you mean Big Henry? Oh, I thought you meant.
No, Big Henry.
Yeah.
No, not Picotti.
Big Henry.
Yeah, Big Henry. Big sounds like that sounds like a John Steinbeck character.
It's from Gravity Falls. You know Big Henry?
No.
It's not worth getting into. It's funny.
Dude, Henry's a trip, dude. I love Henry. I got him a gift. I really hope he likes. I got him how to influence people and make friends, something like that. But it's like one of the best like self-help, not self-help, but like get determined, get passionate kind of books like ever written. And it's cool. Don't fucking.
It's like
no. It's funny that it went to Henry. Henry's one of the most socially like ambiguous people ever.
Dude, that's why he needs to hone that power.
Right. No, he has an ability in a sense to say things that just cut through.
He's so funny without even knowing it.
No, he's hilarious. That's same with Nate. They're just naturally funny, but like because when they get comfortable, they just start saying funny shit. Dude, the way that Henry tells stories, no one's gonna understand, but the way our friend tells stories, he's so good at it, and Henry is so honest about how he feels in the moment when he's telling the story. Mm-hmm. Like he'll have you crying because of how funny it is. Oh my god, we should talk about this fucking because the first one of the funniest stories you ever told me was at Fusion. For those who don't know, Fusion's a little it's a bar, but it's more of a venue here in town. And me and you went. Mm-hmm. We went to the Fusion, to the open mic on a Monday night, dude. Yeah. We had 4 people come up to us. We told you about this, but I want to just talk about this again because we had 4 people come up to us and do that thing like, "Hey man, great set. That was really cool, man. You really it was different. You know, you guys were doing the piano thing, whatever." They're like, "You guys have the podcast, right? Guys at the right? You guys?" I'm like, "Yeah, we do."
We're like, "Oh, cool. What's your name?" And they're like, and without telling us their name, they go, "How do I get on that?
I'm in a band, I'm in a band.
Yeah.
I'm just we're trying to we got this things going on and they're 30.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you got to appreciate it.
I appreciate the hustle.
Yeah.
We do.
But you know what I mean. Most of the people we have on are our age.
Right.
For a reason. There's a reason we do that.
Yeah. Well, we've talked about this. I mean, it's projection and, not to one of the streamers just fell. It's
symmetrical.
It's not like a bad thing, really. It's just projecting, they think that what they're doing isn't cool enough. And it definitely is. I mean, doing anything is cool outside of a job.
Yeah, dude, if you're doing a band and you like it and you're like, yeah, we have an EP coming out. Like, dude, you're good, man.
Yeah.
You can grind. No, I get that. I get what they're trying to do, but it's like, bro, you're good. You're not going to...
I wasn't knocking them. It's just funny that that's I've never had that interaction where the first thing isn't what's your name or
it's going to get worse.
How are you? Yeah, I mean, the first steps are going to be gone at a certain point. It's just going to be you guys are,
Hey, you're you do the thing.
Which one's tipped? Which one's stiff?
I joined fucking Ethan's Discord.
Oh, yeah.
In the first 5 minutes, he was like, we got to make this right so people recognize you. Changed my name to Stiff immediately. God damn. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm fucked up right now.
Are you?
I'm not. I don't have to drive, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, I'm tasted wasted right now.
I got my second COVID shot, so I'm about to be...
You can't drink on that. You're gonna die on air.
I'm feeling wavy right now. Feeling wavy.
You look wavy.
Ethan, I thought you were anti-vax.
Thought you voted for Trump.
Listen. Start turning him into my dad. Dude, my stepmom blocked me on Facebook.
After which funeral did she block you after?
Yeah.
So you did the one you didn't attend, or the other one you didn't attend?
Well, one of them I didn't attend, but it was in.
I didn't know you were serious.
No, it's 100%.
It was in Texas. It was a bad time. It was my grandpa. He was kind of an asshole. We didn't have a good relationship. It's not a big deal. Listen, it's not a big deal. It's family things. But my grandma almost passed away from COVID.
Almost.
Yeah, she was on the vent.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
wow.
dude. She was on the vent for 3 weeks.
That usually kills people. Being on the ventilator for that long?
It makes you worse. You have worse chances.
Well, my brother works on a COVID unit.
So does my sister, yeah.
And yeah, he's told me he's only seen one person walk out.
Dude, my grandma was that.
Yeah.
I feel like if you're in the hospital for COVID, there's a good chance it's really bad.
Oh, I mean, well, yeah.
It's probably the worst.
Well, they said when you go on the vent, you have a 10% chance.
Oh, good.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, they stopped doing it a lot because of that.
Yeah.
Because they're that.
Oh, because it makes it worse?
Because it can make it worse a lot of the time.
Yeah, because they're just shoving plastic in your body? Or
it was the first thing they thought of doing, I think, when COVID was...
Hey, man, this country's a good country. You know what I'm saying? We figure shit out. But it takes a few, it takes
a few martyrs.
Listen, you gotta crack a few eggs before you can make an omelet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not a big deal.
I don't want to eat the omelet though. I don't want to eat this omelet.
Yeah. I would like to not even have breakfast at that point.
Yeah. Right.
That would.
I'm fasting from this COVID. I'm fasting.
Dude, the thing is, if we're treating it like that's breakfast, dude, the worst part is so many people are like, well, let's have brunch. And it's like, it's just like you're like loading the weapon. You're like, yeah, it sounds great. No, just holding it up to your head.
I can't wait for dessert, though. Like this whole day, all these meals, the dessert better be following a really good meal. Like a really full meal, like a steak,
I'm
potatoes,
completely
asparagus.
lost. I'm lost in this.
This country better go up. This country better have an upswing this year. We're going to have some problems if we don't. It was rough, dude.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
This podcast was started because of how crazy shit got. And was the pod? No, it wasn't this summer all the crazy shit happened. It was last summer. Yeah, we started it because of that. Because we were like, we got to talk about this shit.
Yeah.
And we want it to be more than just the two white guys that get deep sometimes.
Well, you're not white.
Yeah, I was going to say,
I am white. Yeah. What do you think?
Well, like, you have features of not being white, but just because of your skin tone, I think a lot of people are just going to put you in that category.
See, that's the thing that people tell me. They go, you don't have the features of a white person.
No.
But your skin is white.
Yeah.
They go,
I always tell them that, like, because based on old movies I've seen in like the Wild West and shit, he walks like Native Americans in those movies walk. You walk like a stereotypically like in a movie when they have like this gentle like stride.
Someone complimented me the other day of
like a giant walking, like mythological.
I asked them, they complimented me. They were like, one thing that's interesting about you is that you have an interesting presence. They're like, you have like the way you walk. They're like they said the way you carry yourself is a mix of like serious and like strong, like broad shoulders, but then also like relaxed. And they were like, it's weird. It's a weird, like hypocritical thing. But they were like, I felt, I was like, it was an interesting thing that someone was like, the way you carry yourself is interesting. And they were like, and you never hear someone compliment you on the way you carry yourself. You know what I mean?
Right. That's a very specific, like they're paying attention.
Yeah.
There has to be something that caught their eye. A little too much. Sometimes
I was sus. I was into it.
It's like they just want to get on the podcast. That's all they're just wetting your whistle for you.
Do you guys feel like COVID affected Wisconsin?
No.
This state is fat, and it got fatter. That's how it got. That's how we were fat, dude. You notice that, bro? People got bigger, dude.
Well, yeah, you're in quarantine. No, nobody here is in quarantine.
No, well,
but like
the stress, they stress ate. Everyone stress ate, bro.
I mean,
and just stressing can make you gain weight.
I gotta complain about this. Listen,
do it. Let's hear it,
dude. What? Spider-Man didn't save lives. Okay, I understand it was a good movie. I understand it's cool that they brought all the people back, okay, but Spider-Man's not the thing that's getting us out of COVID, okay? It's not over yet. I get everyone thought it was the greatest movie. I get that everyone wants...
It's a great movie.
I get everyone wants to fucking Tom Holland. I agree. He's a very attractive man. If Tom Holland was into me, I would be interested. I'm not going to lie. That's not a big deal.
Isn't he a kid?
No.
Nah.
He's like 20.
Oh, I thought he was like 17.
He's older. Yeah.
Can you knock it off?
The accusations.
Listen. I get it. Zendaya's a beautiful woman. And Marvel makes a good movie. But listen,
no, they don't.
Listen, I get it, but it's not saving lives out here. Like people are at my work, like fucking, like they're orgasming.
Okay, you already know this because they're desperate, pitiful fucks.
They're not pitiful. They just need something new.
That's
they need
pitiful.
Something real.
Well, okay, I guess I can't speak for myself because the thing I think that
we need another Dick Cheney.
Let's
turn it up again.
We need another war.
Listen. I was talking about this the other night, dude. I was laying down with someone. I was like, listen, dude. You know what's crazy? Is that the midterms are gonna come back and we're gonna be right back into the fucking. That's when the midterms come. That's when presidents start campaigning again, and that's when everyone gets a little.
No
stupid.
one's gonna give a fuck anymore. I feel like no one's gonna give a fuck.
Everyone says that. This is what happens. You get someone elected. Some people get a little silly, and then some people are like, you know what? This time we got a chance. We got a chance to make this country better. That's why you got to vote for our team. And then that's what's going to happen is that we're going to get right back to it. It's going to be fucking, it's going to be goddamn The Rock and Ocasio-Cortez on one side.
He's a conservative.
No, he's not.
Probably.
He is.
No,
he is. He's like centrist, more like
right.
leading right.
Switch side. You're gonna have
him.
You're gonna have Alec Baldwin with a murder case and Ocasio-Cortez on one side. You're gonna have The Rock and probably that fucking dude from Florida. All right, and that's what it's gonna be. And then you know who's coming back. Dude, it's gonna be like it's gonna be dude, it's gonna be Star Wars 2. It's going to be the second episode, the Empire Strikes Back. That's what it's going to be. And dude, I swear to God, what we should do, fuck this country. What we should do.
We should campaign as a podcast for.
No. She should run again.
Oh.
She should run again and he should run again.
Dude, I would love to see Donald Trump run again. I would. Dude, people would be fucking furious.
That's what I'm saying. That I feel like, because I'd vote for him this time.
Because it's a fucking joke.
You have to commend somebody who runs 3 times.
Dude, he has such a big fan base. I mean,
you know who I'd like to run? You know who should run again? Just fuck it. He's gonna die in office. Let's do Bernie again.
Let's do Bernie again.
Can we do Bernie again?
Let's get the trifecta. Let's get Clinton, Trump, and Bernie again.
Yes.
And then Pete Buttigieg, so they can all have somebody to beat up on.
No.
Somebody just to piss on.
No.
Who's the one?
We gotta have Michelle Obama and Ocasio-Cortez ticket, dude. That needs to be the Democrats.
Be dangerous.
And the Republicans needs to be a Trump Cruise ticket. And this country will burn to the ground. This country will burn. Dude, because
that'd be fucking awesome.
First of all, if Michelle Obama ran, I would respect it. It is what it is. But don't tell me that the conspiracy about her being a man wouldn't come back. Dude, he'd be
oh my God.
right back.
Now, is that worse than the whole like Barack Obama's not from this country kind of thing?
Donald Trump's like, take off your pants.
Oh my God.
Show us the gap. Show us the
You're tucking. He's screaming on the. You're tucking it in. Oh my God, dude! And then the vice president, the VP debate, Cruz and Cortez.
Oh my God! That would just happen on Twitter. That one would just be on Twitter.
Yeah.
Oh, you would hear Trump heckling from like this. He's watching this one. Just like
wrong.
He's like communist. That'd be so good. Well, you're not wrong. Politics of a fucking insane show would change this, because it's not an insane movie that's going to change this. Maybe Joker 2, but Joker 2 might.
Joker 2, but Jake Paul. No. We need another dude. There's no good TV. There's no more good TV show. Like we need another. Dude, no.
Breaking Bad.
It's not Atlanta.
It's not. Yes, it's Atlanta.
It's not Atlanta.
Yes, it is Atlanta.
It needs to be The Sopranos, like on that level.
Show is off. It is on that level.
It needs to be a Sopranos level shit.
Atlanta.
It's got to be a brave idea. It's got to be out of the. It's not Atlanta. Nobody watches it.
You don't watch it.
I don't, because it's not The Sopranos.
You're so dumb.
Dude, they gotta bring it
stupid.
back. They gotta bring.
They did bring it back, and the film sucked.
They need the no. Listen, listen to me. They need to do like an on that echelon. It wasn't Game of Thrones that ended badly. It needs to be something better. It's got to be smarter, and we got to make sure that none of the cast, because you know what it could have been. It could have been House of Cards, but some people get a little handsy.
Wait. Up until Spacey leaving, it was.
Dude, I'm telling you.
Up until that, it was.
That's what
and
we
it still
need.
is. Well,
we need
it's not.
Another show that's got to have us. Listen, you know what we really need? No. Listen. We need to have. Listen. We need to have a TV series. Who was Interstellar? What's his name?
McConaughey.
We need to have Christian. We need to have Christian Bale and McConaughey in the same show, and Zendaya's got to be in it.
Hey, you know what? Okay, I don't know if you guys haven't seen it. True Detective Season 1. McConaughey and Woody Harrelson.
It's great.
It's the best. The show tanked after that because you can't top that. It's like you can't top The Sopranos. No, but if you have, you know what I mean? Like, but that.
Christian Bale needs to be in a bomb-ass TV show. Well, no, not yet, because McConaughey had his thing. We need to get Christian Bale and Zendaya Dude, you're shaking your head, and this is what it's got to be.
I think Zendaya just lacks depth. She just lacks
that's why we got to get the good writers. The writers will do it. Listen, this is what the show will be. Listen, this is what the show will be. The show will take place in Flint, Michigan.
Jesus Christ.
It's not going to be like that. You're laughing because you think I'm going to make a bad joke. Yeah. It's going to take place in know what? No, I take it back, because if we're going to do a show, it's not going to be Christian Bale. It needs to start like prominent, marginalized, like it's got to have we need like a James Gandolfini from The Sopranos, but a black guy. Like
that was called The Wire.
No. Jamie Foxx in a TV.
He's not James Gandolfini.
No, I know, better. But like we can make him into like that echelon.
Kevin Hart.
So shut the fuck up.
No, there's
Jamie Foxx. We'll have
Michael Kaluuya.
No, it won't take place in Flint, Michigan.
Get Out. Get Out.
No, we'll do no. Well, it will be. We'll take Jamie Foxx and Zendaya and the girl from and the Asian woman from the Korean woman from Squid Games, and it'll be a tech startup company in Silicon Valley. All right, that's what this show is. But
I'm pretty sure that's already a show.
No, it's called Silicon Valley. That show is bad. We're gonna make a good show. But what it is, it's gonna be about how they're gonna spike the cryptocurrency markets. And they're going to get involved with the feds. Like, they're going to get in on it before anybody else.
It sounds like Wolf of Wall Street, but with black people.
Stop. It's not that. It's a whole new thing. They're going to figure out a way how to scam NFTs in Silicon Valley. And they meet Elon Musk. And Grimes is going to be in it. And it's going to be 5 seasons. It's going to be really good. But what's going to happen? This is what the conflict is, all right? Jamie Foxx and Zendaya aren't together. They are Zendaya is the manager of Jamie Foxx. Jamie Foxx is doing like backdoor deals with Zendaya's startup company. Zendaya is trying to do something pure and like break into Silicon Valley. She comes from like a bad household, you know what I mean? Like she's like, she went to Harvard.
She rose the ranks though, like she got
ranks, out. Right? She's a genius in IT. Jamie Foxx is a guy who Jamie Foxx is going to be from a rich family who they're giving a chance at her Silicon Valley thing. He has bullshit credits.
But he's black?
No, because he was. God damn it! No, he comes from a rich family. And they're in the IT world, and they're gonna get him in. Like the Zendaya knows the family. They're like, hey, can you hire our son? Our son, he went here and here, but he's fucking around. We need you to give him a chance.
Oh, so he was like partying. He was like in some city, just wasting his savings.
And he's in it. But what he finds out is that he gets in this crypto thing, and he figures out how to like use her company to scam people, to build up like this fake cryptocurrency market.
Right.
And he's running like he's at the cusp of the future. Like what it is that he gets in on the scam before anyone knows the scam exists. Like he's building it's like no one's ever done this anymore before. He's using their product to like, he's connecting like the Ethereum to her thing and what they're selling.
I don't know how any of this works.
No. She's got like a social media company. He's like connecting like.
Oh no! Wait. Okay, this is a good amendment to yours. She has like a new, like the better than Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. Like she has the new app that everybody will get on, and it's American made, so it's not some weird like Chinese TikTok thing. And you could have current events float into this because it's going to be an app that has to do with virtual reality, and that's where you get Elon Musk in. That's where you get Kanye West and Zuckerberg in this thing.
And what he's doing is that what Jamie Foxx is doing is that he's manipulating the likes in the 3D world into actual cryptocurrency.
But he's also manipulating the people who are in that virtual reality. So the people, the other, like the cells are the people in that virtual reality, and he kind of uses that to like boost their company. Right.
And then he finds out, and then he's going to make like a TikTok house-esque thing of like the creators he's trying to like support.
Yep.
That's going to be
young
his team,
influencers.
and they don't know that he's stealing their money. He's taking in all the cryptocurrency. He's trading in the back doors, but eventually like this will the conflict would be, because you're going to have this trifecta of him in this web of lies.
Yeah, what's the silver?
There's like a hacker group that finds out he's doing it. No, dude.
No, it's got to be like it can't just be a hacker group. That's so ambiguous.
No, dude, it should be the feds. They find out.
Wait.
Dude,
it
should be CIA. They find out he's doing it. They're like, we want it.
It should be the Federal Reserve trying to take out Zendaya.
Yes!
Because they took out Lincoln and Kennedy. They got to take out Zendaya.
It's
she's the Black Kennedy.
Dude, the federal government is trying to take out Zendaya, but the CIA is working with Jamie Foxx.
Right, because
so they're all in like
dad,
this weird web of lies.
His mom and dad are really high up in the CIA. and the president is recently elected Kanye West. Yes.
It's like they gotta kill a president, and he's got he's got bitches. He's got his own family. He's got girls on the side. He's got to make them go away. They his girl like his wife finds out like, you're doing all this bad stuff, and it's like Breaking Bad, but it's not. But instead of being like a really annoying character that you wish was never in the show, she gets in on it. She wants in. She's like, well, if you're gonna make this money, I want to make this money too.
Right.
And so she gets him into the company. All right.
When she was like an influencer,
but only after like a year in prison.
Right.
Interrogation.
He goes to jail. He goes to court.
She takes over.
No, he goes to jail for, let's say 10 years.
Good.
Let's say he gets 10 years, and as she's visiting him in jail, she's like toying with him, like, I run this company better than you. Dude, I'm the one with the dick in this. She's like, I fuck you.
Oh, shit. No. He's got like the codes to the bank account
in his head,
and she needs them, so she has to play like this game where like eventually he gets a, and then she's got to like take something hostage from him. Like, if you don't get this from him, dude, it gets so weird. She's like a psychopath, and she's like, I'm gonna kill our daughter.
No, she starts turning the kids.
Walter White shit.
She starts turning the kids into something really weird. Like, she starts getting them into be like selling their bodies or selling their
NFT dealers.
No, she gets them into being the influencers, but he knows that it's gonna destroy their lives.
Right.
And so she's like, if you don't give me these codes, like, I'm going to make our kids go down this route in their life, and they'll never be anything. And you know that people will steal from them. And
then he gets out and he does it himself.
We're in an hour.
I'm going to call Netflix immediately after this ends.
Dude, we have good ideas. Dude, this would be a hit. First of all, this would be a crazy show.
You just spent the last 15 minutes pitching a movie on camera.
No. Not a movie.
We're not pitching it.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean movie.
5 seasons, 45-minute episodes, 12 episodes a season.
Yep.
And it should be on HBO, not Netflix. It should be on HBO, something like that.
And it saves the country. It's going to be so good. It saves Dude, get him on.
You want to get him on?
Yeah. Get him on.
Oh, shit. He fucking... Hold on. What's up? You're on the podcast.
Like live?
Yeah.
What?
What's up?
Okay, I can't interrupt, but bye, tits.
Here, say bye to the camera.
That one. Say bye.
Say bye to Trent, everybody.
Say bye to Trent.
Young Trent.
Peace, dude.
We should get Trent into acting.
Dude, Trent...
oh my god.
They just took out like 4 of them. Fuck. Or 2. All right.
We're at an hour.
All right. Yeah, should we wrap it up?
Pretty soon.
This was a good episode.
It was a great episode. I feel like it started a little bit slow. We were getting into it.
We wanted to reminisce.
We had some problems setting up. I think it kind of took us out of the...
We had so many things go wrong.
Yeah.
It's okay.
We made it, though. We made it happen. Hopefully these cameras are recording.
Listen, people. Listen. We're here. It's episode 50 of the podcast, everybody.
We're all getting out.
It's episode 50 of the podcast, everybody.
50.
Season 1 is done. This was a great ending. Blow the things.
Where's mine?
Listen, we thank you for everyone who's fucking stood by us, because they're the real fans.
Yeah.
We appreciate everyone who follows us. And it supports the people who we've had guests on, everyone who's come along for the ride.
Yeah. Can we run down the list?
We love fucking Lund, Stone Theory, Cade Kosak, Yxng Davies, North Warren, Floodplain, Young Trent. Wonderful people having on.
Andrew Liu.
We had Andrew Liu, the fucking tie-dye guy who gave us the bomb-ass tie-dye shirts.
He's got plenty more.
We like to thank Case, Terry, Jeff, Bryce, Eric, Kate for making this shit possible.
Yes.
It's episode 50. 2022 is going to be a big fucking year, people.
Big fucking
year.
No,
Things are changing because we're going to make them change.
First 100 days.
And this podcast has had great, and we're going to really, before anyone steals these ideas from us, we're going to make them. And we're going to get Jamie Foxx in on this. All right. And this has been good. We started small. You saw the picture. This used to be audio only. We have video.
Yeah.
We have production. We have good quality. We have clips.
Whole studio.
The whole thing.
Yeah.
All right. We're starting off strong. 2022.
Yep, season 2.
The set's
you're
gonna
to see a new studio, new set. Oh, same studio, different set. New guests, bigger guests.
Some
more friends like Ethan are going to come on. It's going to be good.
We don't give a fuck thing. We got big things to announce.
Yeah.
We got shirts coming out very soon. We'll announce them on the Instagram. Buy the fucking shirts. They're going to be $20. Be a good time.
Yeah.
We're going to have a merch thing. We got the website coming out. The whole thing's going to be there. Very excited for that. But it's been a good damn year. Obviously, things have been a little hectic with everything. This podcast has changed it. Salute. Fucking salute. Get the things out. Everybody, listen. This is 2022. Tipped and Stiff. The year of the dragon. That's us. This is how we do it. Clink to all the people at home. There you go.
Woo.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Episode 50, season 1's a wrap. Goodbye. Say bye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Yeah.
Beauty.